Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Jiraiya Came Back in Time After His Death? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted short movie and my own idea. Now moving onwards, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my all three channels and follow me on those channels as well and on this one. And if you have any comments and suggestions, leave them in the comment section down below, and let's aim for 10 likes on this video. Enough said. Without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Our story begins with Jiraiya, the legendary Sanin of Konoha, who was currently laying on a floor in a Megakure as black chakra rods pierced through his body and back. He was bleeding out, and in a last ditch of efforts, he was scribbling some coordinates and codes on the back of the toad. Opa, Konoha will need this. It will be helpful for them, said Jiraiya, as the said toad, with a sad expression, as much as a toad could give, left. And Jiraiya? He was now laying there, surrounded by the people who were his murderers and killers. I told you, Jiraiya-sensei. I will not go easy on you, and will kill you if you don't back down. And so, the said man who said this kicked him into the ribs, sending him to the water next to the floor, as Jiraiya began to drown. So this is it, huh? Oh well, wasn't a bad life. I just wish I could have finished my last book. The brat would have been really happy. After all, his name was going to be The Tale of Naruto Uzumaki. With that, Jiraiya's voice faded as he drowned into the darkness, submerged into that part of water. And suddenly, he was blinded by the light and found himself standing inside Konoha in the Hokage office, looking outside the window, and felt a hand on his shoulder. Sensei, said a familiar voice that Jiraiya knew too well, but hasn't heard for over 15 to 16 years. Minato? Said Jiraiya, turning back towards him. You zoned out again. I was just telling you that I'm going to be a father. You're what? What do you mean? Don't you have a son? What are you talking about, Sensei? Yes, Jiraiya. I am quite worried about you. Have you been drinking too much? Said Hiruzen Sarutobi, who was also present there. Sensei, you look like you've seen a ghost, Jiraiya. Is everything alright? Wait, what? As Jiraiya, using his own wrists to clear out his eyes, looked at them with wide eyes. How are you alive? Or am I dead? I think he might not be feeling that well. Are you alright, Sensei? Said Minato with a bit of concern. Geez, this old pervert, said Kushina with a huge hump on her stomach. He might have drank too much, Minato. It would be best to tell him tomorrow. Yes, I agree with Kushina, Minato, said Hiruzen. You need to go and rest, Jiraiya. There is an important thing that they were going to tell you. No, I mean, congratulations, Minato. Kushina, I'm fine. Sorry, it was just that I zoned out a bit. You zone out quite a lot nowadays, Sensei. Have you finally grown old or something? Yeah, maybe. Say, Minato. What have you decided for the child's name? Oh, yeah. If it's a boy, it's going to be Naruto. It is a boy, Minato. Wait, what? Said Minato, who was halted by Kushina, as Kushina revealed to him. Surprise? Well, I wasn't going to spoil this much, but Jiraiya asked a question, and I knew that you already had thought of a name, so I told you already that I was going to name him Naruto. Going to be a son, huh? Congratulations, Minato. I'm really happy for you. And you as well, Kushina. You should congratulate them too, Jiraiya. You're going to be a godfather. Yeah. Congratulations, both of you. I I'll bring in some gifts. I am quite exhausted. I'm gonna go and rest for the time being. Crash in a hotel or something. Alright. And so, Jiraiya arrived, back into his apartment. As soon as he closed the room shut, he had a serious expression on his face. Was that all a dream? No, it couldn't have been. It was too real. It was damn too real. The QB attack. Oh no. When Naruto is going to be born, the QB attack will happen. And then, Konoha crush. Orochimaru is going to attack. The Akatsuki. Their plan of world domination from all the beaches. I have to save everyone. I can't let Sensei and Minato and Kushina die. Not with the knowledge that I have. But, was it all real or just a dream? Damn it all! I need to contact someone. And so, biting his thumb, he summoned two toads that arrived on his shoulders. What is it, Jiraiya boy? Do you know the time of the night? Me and your mom were resting. Oh, sorry about that, Pa. Ma, I need to ask you some questions. What? What is it? I saw the future, I believe. I was standing there inside the Hokage office. I remember that I just came there and stood looking outside the village saying that it looked beautiful, and then I seemingly zoned out. And I suddenly remember what is going to happen, everything in the future. Jiraiya boy, that is close to impossible. Maybe you were just hallucinating. I was awake. Look, I know when I'm drunk I say a lot of bad stuff or weird stuff, but this isn't that. I'm telling you the truth. I know what I saw. It felt too real. What did you say at last? I died, but I gave you some coordinates in the end. As Jiraiya, remembering them, wrote them down on a piece of paper and pen that he brought out from his bag. These were those coordinates. What are these, Jiraiya? I can break them down for you. Akatsuki is gathering. As Jiraiya, from references from the books that he laid out, began to write down the codes, he's planning a war on elemental nations, using all the bijus they are going to steal. These are the references that I have used from the codes that I've given in number. It does make sense. I have alerted my spy network already before I came here to keep an eye out on any people that call themselves Akatsuki. Oh my god. What? There might still be time. Time for what? Remember the 3 kids that I trained back in the Rain Village after defeating Hanzo the Salamander? Yes, of course I know. Those 3. I was killed by 2 of them. And the third one, who was dead, his body was being controlled by one of them, who has the Rinnegan. Rinnegan? Are they the ones? No. I believe that they might be manipulated. It is still time to save Yahiko. And if I'm able to do that, then maybe there's a chance. I have to leave now. Now! Yes! Now! And so, now we see Jiraiya packed his stuff, got out of the room, and dashed outside towards Konoha. At the gates, the guards stopped him. Jiraiya-sama, is everything alright? I'm in a hurry. But what should I tell the Hokage-sama if he looks for you? Tell him that I will be back, and with some people. Make sure that he's expecting me. And so, Jiraiya left, dashing straight towards, without non-stop, Amegakure. He arrived at the Land of Fire border within an hour or so, without stopping for a second, and boarded the boat that was going straight towards the Rain Village from the seaside. It will take him and the boat at least 2 hours to get there. Please be on time. Please be on time. Please, Kami-sama. If I'm sent back in time, or I remember the future, whatever is it, please let there be enough time so I can correct some things. And so, Jiraiya arrived in Amegakure as 2 hours passed. And once he did, he dashed straight towards the said village, where he began to look for the trio. And the people in the Amegakure, they began to talk. And suddenly the news reached them. As Jiraiya, after looking for what seemingly looked like 3 to 4 hours in the rain, stopped by near the bridge as rain was falling continuously in the village, he was approached from behind by 3 people. Why are you looking for us? What do you want from us? Now Jiraiya remembered that voice. It was Yahiko's, as the orange-haired kid stood there, and behind him stood the red-haired one and the blue purplish-haired one girl. Sensei? Said Konan. The three have grown. What are you doing here, Sensei? I thought you told us that we can take care of our own selves from now on. I thought so, but I then thought hard enough. It would be best if you would come with me, the three of you. Why would we do that, Sensei? We have a village to look out for. It would be best if you do so. Can we go somewhere else to talk? Said Konan. If we talk here, the people will listen. You're right. And so the three of them brought him to the same home that was there at one point, stay-in training room, which Jiraiya had created. It had a huge hole in the roof, but it still had everything intact. You guys stay here still? Yes, we do. It is the base of our operations. Operations for what? We're trying our best to make people of Amegakure safe. It is our home after all. But we need more manpower, said Nagato. And because of that we're hoping to start something. What? Akatsuki. We were approached by two people. One of them was Toby and the other one was Zetsu, or so I believe him to be. And both of them said that they would be willingly join. Is that so? Look, I don't think you should start this Akatsuki or whatnot and join them. Come with me to Konoha. What are you saying, Sensei? We can't abandon our home. Look, there's going to be something terrible that might happen. It may sound crazy, but I have seen something from the future where you had died, Yaiko. As Konan and Nagato eyes widen. Sensei, it must have been a dream. A bad one. No, it's not. I remember everything. I can't let you three die. Or hurt. You are coming with me. I'm begging you. You three are my students. And as your sensei, I'm requesting that you come with me. Fine, Sensei. If it's okay with... No, Nagato. We're not leaving, said Yahiko. Yahiko, we should. If Sensei is really troubled by that and says that you're going to die, then I will die here. Doing what I love the most. Protecting these people. Who's gonna protect Amegakure once we're gone? Hanzo and his goons will still reside. His loyalists, they will try to take over. Again. Listen. Konoha will protect them. You have my word. Only when Konoha sends someone, I will agree. And so, Jiraiya summoned Pa again. What is it, Jiraiya boy? It's been only a few hours since you're here with them, away from Konoha. Yes, I am. I told you I was leaving. Ah, yes, I almost forgot. So, what do you need from me? I want you to take this letter to Minato, and tell him that send an ambush squadron to protect Amegakure from Hanzo's goons. It's my request. Alright? I'll tell him that. And after the written letter was given, Pa left. And so, now we see, after what seemingly looked like half an hour, Jiraiya was pacing back and forth. The three of his students were looking at him with a bit of worry on their face because they had never seen their sensei in this condition. The toad arrived. Ah, thank you, Pa. You're back. Here you go, Jiraiya boy. Minato was kind of freaking out, but when he heard that you were serious and in need of an answer right now, he gave me this letter and has dispatched a squadron. We will leave once the squadron arrives. They will be by the morning, he told me. And so, Jiraiya waited with them until the sunrise as the squadron arrived to the coordinates that Jiraiya had given them. And once they did, the team greeted them. Greetings, Jiraiya-sama. We are the Black Ops team of Anbu sent here to do what you have asked us to do. As Jiraiya nodded and introduced them to the trio. These three are my students and the ones who have been watching over Amegakure. They will tell you about the hideout and the people to look out for. After that is done, they are going to leave with me and you're in charge of watching over Amegakure on their behalf. Yes, we are prepared for more than a year for this mission. So I hope whatever you have to do will be fast. Yes, it will only need some time. And so the three of them were taken by Jiraiya and brought back to Konoha. As Nagato on the way back on the boat then asked, Sensei, it's been a long time, and the first thing you said to us after meeting was that Yahiko was going to die. Is there something you're not telling us? Especially if you don't know the whole thing. Nagato. The truth is that... Never mind. Everything will be alright. I'm gonna make sure it is. And so, Nagato placed a hand on Jiraya's shoulder as his Rinnegan had a faint purple hue. I believe you, Sensei. And once Jiraiya patted him on the back and left after a nod, Nagato's expression turned into a frown. As Konan and Yahiko arrived, did you get anything? I saw the glimpse. I was the one who killed him. What? Me and Konan? You were there, but I was controlling you through my Rinnegan. Sensei isn't lying. He's telling the truth. And he's saving us from turning into the very monsters that we vowed to protect people against. So the Akatsuki is going to be a monster? Yes, it's going to be a monster. I see. But what about Tobi and Zetsu? We shouldn't tell them anything, said Nagato. Leave them be. I don't think that it's right to tell this to them. You're right. And so? That is when Konan remembered. What are we gonna tell them? What do you mean by that? We can't tell them about this, but what are we gonna tell them about our response to what they have said of aiming to join Akatsuki? It's simple. The next time we meet, we just decline and tell them that we changed the mind. And so, that came too soon when they saw, while going back to their room on the said boat, that both of the people that they were talking about, Zetsu as well as Tobi, were seated there. You three have something to say to us? Yes, we didn't want to join Akatsuki. It was your idea, and we were the ones aiming to join. If you don't want to start, then say so. But you're chickening out. You don't have the guts to protect the whole elemental nations from the monstrosity that poisons us. What's poisoning us? Our own greed, our own hunger for power. That is what the whole elemental nation has done. The shinobi villages have done. Before them, the clans have done. It's a never-ending cycle. We kill because we feel satisfied, vindictive, and whatnot. Even if that is true, there are still some people who are good and kind-hearted. Those who you can count on mere fingers. What about those who are corrupt? Are the ones behind all those atrocities that you see being committed? I don't care about them. Of course you don't. Because if you would have, then Akatsuki would have been formed. You can keep the name, said Yahiko. Because we decided to join Konoha. Amegakure will become a part of Konoha and will be protected by it. It will be attracting more enemies from Iwa and Kumo. Both of the villages hate and detest Konoha, or have you forgotten? Enough. Leave us alone, said Nagato. Oh, but I will. But not before I take your eyes. What? What do you mean by that? Your eyes are important for our plan. If you're not gonna be a part of this, then we might as well just take it. And that is when Jiraiya intervened and slammed a Rasengan into the guts of the masked person, causing his mask to slip off and him to be frozen. Obito? You're alive. Yes, said the said man as his half face was visible, the other half disfigured with wrinkles. As he picked up the mask and wore it again. But I go by Tobi now. And be very prepared, because I will be coming for those eyes, Nagato. And with that, both Tobi, which was revealed to be Obito, and Zetsu escaped, as if they never existed. Damn it. You know them, Sensei? I know the black-haired kid. He was Obito, student of my student. And you go and tell Minato about this. Now we cut to the scene back at Konoha's Hokage office the next morning. Yahiko, Konan, and Nagato have made an agreement with Konoha, and now were officially part of it alongside those who they were protecting, a huge chunk of Amegakure village. away from the loyalists and the armies of Konoha. A part of them were dispatched there to protect the land, alongside the squadron that had arrived there beforehand. As Jiraiya was alone with Hiruzen, Kushina, Kakashi, as well as Minato. What is it, Sensei, that you wanted to tell us all? I saw Obito. He's the one, the masked person I told you about. What are you talking about? I told you that there was a masked person traveling around, snooping around, remember? Said Jiraiya. Ah, yes, the report that you submitted. That he was looking for people to form an organization. Yes, and not just any people. He approached different criminals, such as Deidara, the Mad Bomber, and Sasori of the Red Sand. I understand that, Sensei, but how does it link to Obito? Obito was the one who is behind Toby persona. I saw his face when he attacked the masked person and knocked his mask off. Half of his face was wrinkled due to him being crushed by the rock from that side, and the other half was still intact. He disappeared right in front of me, and his Sharingan was the same pattern as Kakashi's, Mangekyo's. It is Obito then. But why would he do this? I do not know, Kakashi, but if he is the one who is going to be the same masked person who I think he is, then he is a trouble for us in the future. What are you talking about? How is Obito going to be trouble? You might need to sit down for this. There's something I need to tell you all, of why I zoned out, and what happened afterwards. As Jiraiya began to explain of what he has seen up until his death, the events, the deaths, as well as the life of how Naruto turned out to be and those who were around him. And that is how I ended up here. That is why I rushed to save my students, so they won't join the Akatsuki. I prevented my own death somehow, but now begs the question. Is the QB attack still going to happen, which I think it is? And if it does, then you two are bound to die using the Reaper Death Seal. We still have enough time, Sensei, to think of something. Yes, Minato is right, Jiraiya. If what you're saying is the truth, then listen. He might attack, and if he is aiming to, then we have to look into the safety measures, as well as make sure that there is a new seal, that if you're aiming to make Naruto a Jinchuriki, and not the Reaper Death Seal. Oh, alright, me and Kushina will work on the seal alongside you. And so, as the time began to near in to the birth of Naruto, the preparations were made. Jiraiya made sure that instead of that outside room, it was within Konoha with heightened security to the max that Kushina will do the delivery. And he was with Minato. And he was on high alert, and so was Minato. You need to be on high alert, Minato. I am, Sensei. Everything will be fine. I'm here for you this time, kid. And so, the masked person watching this from afar gritted his teeth. Damn it! I did not know Konoha was going to be going all out for their Hokage's son's birth. What are we gonna do now, Zetsu? A distraction. We need a distraction. As the masked person looked towards the Hokage monument, he had an idea. Zetsu, I want you to go and use the explosive tags on there. You mean the Hokage monument? But why? Destroy the stone faces. As the debris fall down with the explosion, it will create enough sound and disturbance for us to get in. And so, that is what Zetsu was aiming to do before he almost got caught. Hey, what are you doing there? Drop those tags and surrender, said the Anbus who were on patrol. Shit. And so, Zetsu, being submerged into the ground, escaped as a form of shadows. A small explosion erupted from the explosive tags that he activated, but nothing major damage was happened. As Zetsu was escaping, Obito was watching this from afar. Damn it all. I went to hell. As he narrowly avoided a kunai that embedded itself into the tree, as Minato was staring directly at him, and then disappeared and appeared next to him. Well, hello there, Yellow Flash. Obito, I know it is you. What are you doing? What does it look like? Said Obito, taking off his mask. It doesn't surprise me that Jiraiya told you that I would try something, but I'm kinda shocked that he knew about this. I was going to make sure that nobody was going to find out until Sensei suggested this. And he suggested right, said Minato. Why are you doing this, Obito? As Kakashi arrived there as well. Obito, why? Why are you doing this? Shut up, Kakashi. I owe you nothing. Not even an explanation. And neither do I owe you anything, Minato no Mikaze. You both are warmongers who have killed Rin. I was a fool to believe in you. I will never, ever believe in you ever again. And with that, Obito disappeared. And as he was disappearing in a swirl, he then said, remember, it's not over. And so, Kushina was able to give birth successfully, but her seal was being override. Damn it! As Jiraiya said, Minato nodded and dashed back while Kakashi and the others went to search out for Obito and the others. What is it, Sensei? The seal is being overridden. The QB was able to break free from the first seal. It hurts. As Kushina said this, Jiraiya then thought for a moment. We can do something, Sensei. We can transfer half of the QB's essence and chakra into Naruto, making both Kushina and Naruto the Jinchurikis, and in this way, both will be stabilized. You're right. As Minato began to prepare the seal on Kushina, Jiraiya went to prepare the seal on Naruto. It was the 15 trigram seal which was created by both of them with the help of Jiraiya, and after the seal was drawn, half of the QB's chakra was transferred alongside his consciousness. The good one went straight towards to Naruto, while the angry one remained within Kushina. There, said Jiraiya with a sigh, thanking Kami that he was able to save both Naruto and Kushina and Minato tonight, and Konoha from a great tragedy. As after wiping off his sweat, Kushina was resting. As inside the hospital room, Jiraiya was leaning against a window, looking outside with a serious expression as Minato, who was standing next to his wife, suddenly heard the door open. As in came Hiruzen. Alright, I heard some commotion, and I came here as fast as I could. What is going on, Jiraiya? How did you... I told you already everything. But I thought you were hallucinating, Jiraiya. I wasn't. It was too real for me to hallucinate. I know what I saw, Sensei. I was able to save Minato and Kushina tonight, and Konoha from a great tragedy. It was going to be named as QB attack. An event that would forever haunt Naruto. But it's not going to anymore. And I don't have to live with the guilt that I wasn't there to save Minato and Kushina, and many others, when this all happened. Thank you, Sensei. No, kid. Don't thank me just yet. Why is that, Jiraiya? Because I have to save some more people yet that I haven't saved. Ooh, we need Kushina. Because the next event, before it happens, we need Tsunade back. Alright. You have my permission. Minato, do you even need to ask Sensei? Alright. I'll be going for a while. Just make sure you're on high alert. I will be. And so, the whole village now being on high alert, basically under a curfew and lockdown, Jiraiya went and was able to locate after a week or so of search of Tsunade, with Shizune, who was quite young at the time. What do you want, Jiraiya? The Tsunade, who was drunk and found Jiraiya sitting in front of her. I want you to come back to Konoha with me, Hime. Nice joke, Jiraiya. You honestly believe I will go there? You have no other choice. You have to. I do not want to. That place is a cursed village. It has taken everything from me. My grandfather, my grandmother, and my brother, and Don. Everyone who I love dies. I don't have it in me to lose anyone else. Nor that I have left anyone else. So, I'm not going back. Enough, Jiraiya. I told you already. Leave me alone. But I said leave me alone. As Tsunade got up and left. As the next morning came, Tsunade was able to remember, even with her drunken state, that Jiraiya had came to visit her and convince her to go back to Konoha, which she had rejected. As now, We see there was a knock on the door, and standing outside was Jiraiya. You never give up, do you? You're sober now? I wish I wasn't. Same here, Hime. Please, can I come in? We need to talk. Do you even need to? Of course I do. Listen, Hime. This is necessary. Konoha needs you. I don't do this, Jiraiya. I told you already everything. I don't want to come back to that village. Listen, Hime. I know this may sound mad, but I'm gonna tell you everything. And so, Jiraiya did. Because this was his only hope. And once Tsunade listened to this, she began to laugh. Until she realized that Jiraiya wasn't. My god. You're telling the truth, Jiraiya. Which meant that you... Yes. I died. And the last person I met before my death was you. Who told me to come back to you safely. As Tsunade looked down, I would never say something like that to you. I know that. But I would. And I want you to be safe. And back with us. Don't you think it's already too much that you're living in the past? Would they want this from you? I think you should go back to Konoha as well, Tsunade-sama. Shizune. It's been too long that you have been mulling over the death of Uncle Don and everyone else. Maybe it's time for a fresh start. Fine. Fine, okay? You win. I'll agree to this. And so, the three of them returned back to Konoha, and Tsunade had a grand welcome back, as Kushina met with her. It's been a long time, Tsunade-sama. Yes, kid, it has been. Are you still mad at me because No, not at all. It was my grandmother who actually made the decision. So I agree that even if I tried to stop her, you Uzumakis, you are too stubborn to listen. I can't agree with you on that. That's your son? The Tsunade, as a bundle was being held by Kushina. Yes, he's Naruto. The Tsunade was then made a motion by Kushina to hold him, and so she did. He's beautiful. Nice name, by the way. You took that from this idiot's book, didn't you? Yes, we did. I would have gone for any other name like Menma or Saruto, but I guess Naruto is kind of nice. It is indeed. And so, Tsunade was back, and Hiruzen, he was happy. Now time began to pass by, and Naruto reached at the age of 6 and was able to unlock his chakra, and was quite fast at learning chakra exercises. Jiraiya, who has stayed in Konoha and vowed to stay in Naruto's life unlike before, realized something. Your son is a prodigy. Thank you, Sensei. I'm not only commenting, I'm telling you that. So what do you want to say? I'm aiming to train him. Now? But he's too young. Listen. He will become a great shinobi in the future, facing many threats, and I want him to have all the tools that he didn't have back then. I need your help. He needs the Shadow Clone technique though. Shadow Clone, Sensei, but that is an S-rank technique. My son, even though he has huge amount of chakra, he might... I don't think he will die, Minato. Said Kushina, cutting in. Naruto has immense amount of chakra. I told him to do the clone jutsu and his clones looked dead. And that made me realize that he had the same problem as I. And when I told him to do the shadow clones, he did. You already did that? Yes. I showed him the hand seals and he was able to replicate them. You wanna know how many clones he created where I was able to only create 2? Yes. 10. What? Yes, Minato, 10 clones aside from him. And all of them had personalities, and Naruto said that his head hurted, and he could feel and remember everything that they have felt. My god. Naruto has an ability that connects his brain with the clones when they poof away. Yes, that is what I'm telling you. This could be helpful. Thanks, Kushina. Now, it's time. And so Jiraiya went where Naruto was training. Oh hey, Jiraiya-sama. You're back. Yes, I am, kid. Training as I see, huh? Of course I am. I have to surpass everyone, become the Hokage. And for a sudden brief moment, Jiraiya saw the Naruto that he remembered from the future. Of course you would. Hey, you want to be a sage like me? Said Jiraiya with a classic smirk on his face and his weird dance. Yeah, I guess. Good. Then from now onwards, you're my student. And so, Jiraiya began to train Naruto. Time passed by and Naruto was now going to the academy, and Jiraiya had halted his training. After becoming a part of the Toad Summoning Clan and becoming friends with Kamakichi, the young toad who was the son of the chief toad Kamabunta, Naruto was now attending the academy most of the time, with a frown on his face. Why did he stop his training? It's simple. Naruto goes to academy, makes some friends as he had, and once he's done and became a Genin, I'll continue his training. And so, that is what Jiraiya did. After Naruto was finished with his training, his Genin exams, and was able to pass, Jiraiya was able to take care of Mizuki and the others in the meanwhile, wiping out all those moles of Orochimaru, making it hard even for Kabuto, who narrowly escaped, to remain in Konoha. And Akatsuki, it was never formed, meaning that Setsu and Obito were still out there hiding, or trying something. While on the other side, Uchiha massacre never happened because Jiraiya, who was there, he was able to identify who was the one behind this. But since it didn't happen, there was no point of getting to him. Jiraiya only told his people to keep an eye on him. Keep an eye on Danzo. Because there was no Kyuubi attack and there was no one to frame, and hence no Uchiha massacre. As now we see, Naruto, who has graduated from the academy, was now specially under training of the sage mode with the Toads. And Naruto, being a prodigy as he was, because no one hampered him, sowed doubts in him and told him from the start on how to train properly, Naruto was able to learn easily and absorb everything like sponge. And Pa was the happiest when Naruto had orange pigments on his eyes and amber yellow toad-like eyes. Dad! Erasanin, look! I have the toad eyes! You became a perfect sage. Yes! I became a perfect sage! As Pa then said, now remember, Naruto boy, take in the nature's chakra and exhaust it, otherwise you'll turn into stone. And Naruto continued to do that. As he then said, I bet you can't do that, huh, Dad? Not now, son. Well, your father and neither can your sensei do that, son, said Pa, as both of them had a sweat drop and face faulted. Pa, you don't have to reveal our secrets. Oh, but I do, Minato boy. You should be ashamed of yourselves. You are the longest members of our clan, and Naruto boy over here, who became the newest, have become the Toad Sage. Even Gamamaru-sama is proud of him. And on the other side, you never tried, Minato boy. And you, Jiraiya boy, you have only half-assed at everything. Maybe we should learn as well. If Naruto is getting ahead of us, then maybe we should also do that. And so Naruto, he continued his training to stay more and more in Sage mode so that his time limit could increase from 5 minutes to much more. While Minato, as well as Jiraiya, trained as well and became the perfect Toad Sage. Minato had silver eyes while Jiraiya, he still had the green ones. And on their return, Jiraiya was met with Tsunade as Minato was met with Kushina, both of whom were worried about them. And Naruto, he was greeted by his family. Time passed as Chunin exams began to draw near. And then, Naruto was entered on his own because he was a sage already. And there Naruto met with a lot of others, some from his own academy, some from other villages. And as the Chunin exams began, Naruto was able to ace through the first one. In the second one, he was able to sense something, a huge danger, which he was able to avoid, unfortunately for Sasuke, who got bit by Orochimaru. And Naruto revealed this to the others, and they got on high alert. Sasuke was found and immediately apprehended because Jiraiya knew that Orochimaru would try to capture him and take him away, since he had a brother complex, but in the reverse order this time around. He was jealous of Itachi instead of being happy with him. And so, Orochimaru was trying his best to manipulate him. Itachi and the others were grateful and were able to also thank Naruto for his services to them, and vowed to give him a reward, which Naruto declined, telling him that Sasuke's health is all that matters, and went on his way. As the Chunin exams continued, they met with Gaara, and the others as the Chunin exams were crushed and the Konoha Crush event started. Right in the middle of the preliminary rounds. Damn it. It's changing. What's changing? The events are same, but the time is changing. Orochimaru didn't attack at this time. And so, hiding away from his disguise, Orochimaru descended, and an all-blown attack was revealed. And this time with him were Obito and Zetsu. But they have forgotten one thing. Konan, Nagato, and Yahiko were there, and the three of them had grown and trained a lot, since Amegakure, a major part of it, has become part of Konoha, and they were easily able to deal with them and the enemies. Orochimaru had underestimated Konoha, as Tsunade, Minato, Kushina, Hiruzen, Jiraiya, as well as Naruto, all were there, 3 Toad Sanins and 1 Slug Sage, something he alone even couldn't deal with, and in the end was failed and captured as well. In the end, Obito and Zetsu were able to escape, and once they did, the Konoha Crush event stopped. As Minato and Hiruzen were arguing with one another as Jiraiya arrived. I'm gonna go and talk to Orochimaru. Sensei, wait! No. We already tried, he won't. I said I will. And so he slammed the door shut. As Orochimaru then said, Jiraiya, so it's your turn now. Yes, it is my turn, old friend. So go on. What are you gonna do? Torture me? Punch me? I know about your plan. And Akatsuki's plan as well. The Moon Eye plan. So you are aware. What do you know aside from that? That is what you're going to tell me. Why do they need all the videos to destroy? What will the Moon Eye plan achieve? World domination? It's not just that, Jiraiya. Even if you know the plan, you still don't grasp the whole situation. They're trying to change the timeline. By erasing this, they're aiming to from its ashes rise a new one. Create a new one. What do you mean by that? I did not even know that myself. But it was intriguing, so I decided to join. In return that they helped me, of course. Which they didn't, so might as well spoil everything. Oh, and Jiraiya, one more thing. What is it? You do know that I know the masked person is Obito. Then I see that you know about Zetsu as well. Zetsu? Yes, the creature with him that calls himself that. What of him? Be very wary of him, Jiraiya. I think he's the one who might have done that to Obito. Brainwashing him, and the Moon Eye plan and all that. I guess you're right. And so, now we see, with the proof that they had, Jiraiya arrived outside. We need to contact other villages. Those two need to be found. Now. And so, on the run, Zetsu and Obito, unaware that there was a huge target painted on their back thanks to Orochimaru. Minato and the others were able to contact the villages, and the proof that was given, they launched an all-out attack and hunt for the two. And once they were able to be tracked, Nagato, with his powers, was able to see through the memories of Zetsu as well as of Obito. Obito's memories, which were hampered, were lifted from the Genjutsu, and everything was revealed of how Yagura was influenced, and there was a civil war which was stopped, and the blame was shifted on them. And once Zetsu's memories were seen, even Nagato barfed. Nagato said Yahiko and Konan. My god, what were you about to do? What? What is it? He's a monster. As Nagato began to spill the beans about his connection to Kaguya, who Kaguya was, and who was he, and what he was going to do. Ten Tails isn't aiming for salvation or destruction or world domination. It's going to be just a chakra-bearing fruit that is going to be eaten by her, and the world will rot and die alongside all of us as she leaves, eating us all and our powers like a delicacy. And everyone was horrified after that. And Zetsu, he was changed, and now everyone was on high alert because Kaguya was out there, a threat that was looming on their heads like a sword. Minato and the others began to move into talks about peace and whatnot, and it was succeeding. After what seemingly looked like 2 hours of back and forth, they all agreed to a ceasefire and a peace treaty, one that was not being able to break by anyone because they knew that there was a huge threat above their heads. something that was god level, and they needed everything in their power to make sure it remained there, where the sage has put it. The Ten Tails was under clear observation and sealed, so that nobody would be able to track it or use it ever again. Nagato, Konan, and Yahiko made sure that they were the ones in charge of it. While on the other side, Naruto, he was still growing, still being a prodigy, still someone who was proving his worth and making friends outside of Konoha as well, with other different villages. He went on missions to save a lot of villages in their own right and a lot of people, such as the Land of Waves, to deal with Gato, the vegetable country, and then there was the rice country, and also the Shion mission from the Demon country, and finally the Snow country. Naruto had a lot of allies, strong ones at that, and even in Eva, he was liked while his father was hated because he saved Kuretsuchi. While they were on a mission, hunting down the bandits who were cannibals, eating their captives, both of them dealt with them, and when Kuretsuchi in the end got caught and was held hostage, Naruto saved her, risking his life, and in the end both got quite close. Kuretsuchi hated that she fell in love with the son of a man that she hated, but in the end her heart told her something else, while her mind something else, and she listened to her heart. And both of them were now in an alliance and in a political marriage as well. And so, peace was restored. As this is where I will be leaving this short movie off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my other two channels as well. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.